Okay, welcome back. So, today is Sunday, and the last video I uploaded, the bike being done, that was filmed Friday night. This part was not supposed to be in until Monday, and it came yesterday. So, we're gonna go ahead and fix the old Viper truck. Let's take a minute to appreciate the stupidity of this vehicle. Someone at Dodge decided that I have a brilliant idea. Let's take the Viper motor and stuff it into a Ram. In all seriousness, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna figure this out as I go. This truck is filthy. It needs cleaned inside and out. I haven't had time to do anything because, well, those of you that follow both channels know that I never sit down. I don't ever get time to myself. So I'll get there one day. Now, I'm gonna figure out how to get that into there and then underneath and into there. And I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. There's a panel gonna pop off somehow to get into the linkage for the shifter column. Just start taking things apart and figure out where it plugs in. Shouldn't be that hard. I'll get back with you guys in just a bit. Nope. Can't imagine at all why the transmission would have stopped shifting. So, when I had the exhaust put on, the shift cable was just wound around the exhaust, and well, you see what happened. Really easy removal though. You've got two 7mm bolts that hold this cover in. It's here and here. You can see on the tabs. Really, really simple. Then this little plastic piece, oops, just slides down out of the little seat here. And then the shift arm is right there. I have the transmission in low. The shift arm is right there. Just get something in there and pry it off. It pops off. And then that's this end. And then right here, we got one right there and one on the other side. Little plastic keepers. And those come off. And then under the under the car, truck, whatever, on the transmission end, we've got two keepers. And then just leverage pry this off. And the whole thing comes out. That's how far I'm at. I'm maybe 45 minutes into this. And that's with not knowing what I was doing, trying to figure it out as I went. So now, reassemble. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this wound up being way easier than I thought. Down on the transmission side, you just slide it in, it clicks. Obviously, that's really simple. And then I just grabbed a pair of channel locks and squeeze this onto the pin. Just there's a bracket underneath. You just squeeze them together and it pops that in place. Done. This front side, or the top side, this part clips into the bracket that holds it all in place. Right here. You'll see it. Yeah. See, red spring. Okay. Now that plastic piece is tabbed out. Don't touch that. Leave that pulled out along with this one. And you'll see this is right about here somewhere. It's sitting in this little thing right here. Just leave it be. Once you have the transmission in park and then you have reconnected it up here, which is super easy, just pops in. Once you have all of that, then you can lock this, and pull that pin. Super easy. And that just kind of sets all the computer settings for the brake and allowing the brake to disengage so you can, or to unlock the column so you can shift out of park, and making sure that everything's lined up, and it just ensures all that for you. I just took a couple zip ties and zip tied the cable up to the brake master because I don't want to do this again in a month when it burns through another cable. So we're all good. The only thing I have left to do is put this panel piece back on down here and clean up my tools. I already started it, checked all the gears. It all works. And yeah. Oh, and I have to put the grommet in the firewall. There's a, you'll see over here, grommet that seats in the firewall. I gotta set that. It's just sitting right now. But that's all easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this button back up, and I'll be back with you guys here in just a bit. And just like that, she's back together. The hardest part of the whole thing was getting that stupid grommet back in the firewall. Yes, I know the belt's squealing. Yes, I know it's the belt, it's not a pulley. I need to replace it. I just replaced it. I didn't know I had a power steering leak, and that's what was making the first one squeal, and now this belt is oil soaked, and I don't want to spend $100 or $90 or... It was stupid expensive for the last belt. Especially when this one's got maybe 2,000 miles on it. Once it gets warm, it goes away. So, anyway, show you guys here, we are able to into reverse, no problem, and it backs up. And drive, and it goes forward. We have fixed it, and it's up out of the way. It's not going to do it again, so that's awesome. Let's go for a little drive. Let's make sure that we can go down into low and it goes through all the gears manually and all that's set up properly. I'll see you guys in a second. Stop squealing once it gets warm. I only drove it for 2 minutes, maybe 3, probably 2, and now we're back home. I'll let it sit here and idle for a little bit because the battery was a little unhappy, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on the road for, how long it's going to be sitting, but got my truck back. And I know I've been back and forth. Oh, I'm going to sell it. I'm not. I'm going to sell it. I'm not. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of it. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Blah, 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 blah. I tell you what, I don't think I can ever get rid of this truck. It's so good. It's so rare. You know, they only made, I think they made 3,100, 3,500. Not very many of these. See, look. No belt squealing. That didn't shut. Oh, that's right. Forgot. The hood release lever has started sticking. That's new. When you don't drive these things and they sit forever and ever and ever. I mean, I've had this thing for 2 years and I've put at best 3,000 miles on it. Probably not even that. Anyway, everything works exactly like it's supposed to. This thing is dialed in, and man, I love it. All right, this is a little bit shorter video, but you know, there wasn't a whole lot of work that went into it. So I guess that's it for this. I'm probably gonna wait to upload this for like a week, maybe 2, just because I just uploaded yesterday. So I don't want to upload again today on a channel that I'm really limited on the content I can make. So I'm gonna get this one edited, get it put together, and I'll have it sit for, like I said, a week or so. But today is, I don't even pay attention, but I just learned it's Super Bowl Sunday while I was working on this. and that's when this is done. So whenever I upload it, now you know when it was done. And I'm sorry, you guys know I don't typically do that kind of stuff where I edit and then hold a video, but like I said, I just uploaded yesterday, and on a channel that I have really limited content on, I don't want to just cram them out as fast as I can, because after this I've got work on the Suburban. It's going to be real slow going on the Harley, and there's not a whole lot left to do on this. I am going to, like I said in an older video, this, when I got it, and I did a video on it, I think I did. This was, the sun had baked through the primer, this was starting to rust, the roof was starting to rust. I wanted to try the black and bronze look with the bronze wheels. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I am looking at a color, a very specific color that was only available on one trim level of one exotic car. And let's see if you guys can figure out what that color might be. Dodge has a similar color, but it's not quite the same. So I'm looking at one specific color that was available on one trim level on one model of one make of one foreign exotic car. And Dodge has a similar color, and that's the information I'm going to give you. Let's see if you guys can figure out the color that I'm really leaning towards on this, and it'll go good with what I'm thinking for all the accent trim. Pairing it all together, making it come together. That thing is really louder than I remember it being. And I've got one little dent right here in the door, and this whole, I don't know what's going on in this fender, but that looks like they went thick on the Bondo and it's starting to crack. So we'll see if I have to replace the fender or if that can be fixed, repaired. I don't know. Got that little bit of body work, and then it's just sand this down, get it all painted up, and yeah. Anyway, get down in the comments, let me know if you can figure out the color that I'm going to paint this vehicle. And that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed it, please, by all means, think about subscribing. I'm trying to grow this channel. My other one's doing well. I'm almost to 7,000 subs on it. And, you know, I'm not getting rich off this. I'm not trying to be one of those guys that lives off YouTube. But there is a decent amount of work that goes into these videos. So if you could, think about subscribing, please. And again, we've got the Suburban that you've seen in older videos. We've got this that you've seen in older videos, and the bike that you've seen in older videos, and they're all getting work done to them. I'm looking at a couple other projects. Again, these will be cheaper ones like the Suburban was, but I'm looking at a couple other projects. I'm not sure what's going to happen, if I'm going to buy those or not, or yada yada yada. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.